Job interview preparation, a career coaching session. Dr. Marco Bianchi is providing guidance to Elena Rossi, a quality engineer, on how to prepare for job interviews.
Thank you for coming in today, Elena. I know you've been applying for senior quality engineering positions and haven't had the success you'd hoped for. We've already worked on your CV and cover letter, but now let's focus on interview preparation. Even with a strong CV, you still need to perform well in the interview to land the job.
I agree. I often feel nervous during interviews, and I struggle to articulate my strengths and accomplishments effectively. I also find it difficult to answer some of the behavioral questions.
That's a common experience. Job interviews can be stressful, but with proper preparation, you can significantly increase your confidence and performance. Let's start by discussing the key areas you should focus on. Research. Before any interview, it's essential to thoroughly research the company and the specific role you're applying for. This shows the interviewer that you're genuinely interested and that you've taken the time to understand their needs. Research the company's mission, values, and recent accomplishments. Understand their industry, competitive landscape, and key challenges. Study the job description carefully and identify the key skills, qualifications, and experience being sought. Review the company's website, social media, and news articles to gather as much information as possible,
I used to just skim the company website before interviews.
admits Elena.
Now I do much more thorough research, looking for specific information about their quality initiatives, environmental commitments, and recent projects. This helps me tailor my answers and demonstrate my understanding of their business.
Behavioral questions. Behavioral questions are designed to assess your past behavior and predict your future performance. They typically ask you to describe a specific situation or task, explain what actions you took, and outline the results you achieved. The most common format for answering behavioral questions is the STAR method. Situation. Describe the context or situation you were in. Task. Explain the task or challenge you faced. Action. Outline the specific actions you took to address the situation. Result. Highlight the results you achieved and what you learned from the experience. Examples of common behavioral questions. Tell me about a time when you had to deal with a difficult customer. Describe a situation where you had to make a decision under pressure. Give me an example of a time when you had to work with a team to achieve a goal. Tell me about a time when you had to overcome a significant obstacle to complete a project. Describe a situation where you had to implement a new process or procedure,
The STAR method has been a game changer for me.
notes Elena.
It helps me structure my answers and provide concrete examples that demonstrate my skills and experience.
Competency-based questions. Competency-based questions are designed to assess your skills and competencies in specific areas that are essential for the job. These questions often ask you to describe how you've demonstrated certain skills in the past, or how you would approach a particular situation. Examples of common competency-based questions. Describe your experience with ISO 9001 auditing. How would you approach a root cause analysis investigation? Explain your experience with statistical process control. How would you handle a situation where you disagreed with your supervisor? Describe your approach to project management. How do you stay current with industry trends and regulations? To prepare for these questions, review the job description carefully and identify the key competencies being sought. Then, think about specific examples from your experience that demonstrate those competencies. Technical questions. In technical roles, you can expect to be asked technical questions to assess your knowledge and expertise in specific areas. These questions might cover quality management systems, ISO 9001, ISO 13485, AS 9100. Statistical Process Control, SPC. Root Cause Analysis, RCA. failure mode and effects analysis, FMEA, auditing techniques, regulatory compliance, EPA, OSHA, FDA, specific industry standards or technologies. To prepare for technical questions, review your knowledge of relevant concepts, standards, and regulations. Be prepared to explain these concepts clearly and concisely, and to provide examples of how you've applied them in practice. Questions to ask. Preparing thoughtful questions to ask the interviewer is a crucial part of demonstrating your interest and engagement. These questions should go beyond basic information that can be easily found online and should show that you've thought deeply about the role and the organization. Good questions to ask include: what are the biggest challenges and opportunities facing the organization in the next year? What are the key priorities for the quality or environmental department? How would you describe the organization's culture and management style? What opportunities are there for professional development and growth within the organization? What are the key performance indicators, KPIs, for this role? What is the team structure and how does this role interact with other departments?
Asking insightful questions shows that you're not just looking for a job, you're genuinely interested in the organization and its success.
Notes Dr. Bianchi.
It also gives you an opportunity to learn more about the role and determine if it's the right fit for you.
Practice and preparation. Beyond researching the company and preparing answers to common interview questions, it's essential to practice your delivery and build your confidence. Conduct mock interviews with a friend, colleague, or career counselor. Record yourself answering common interview questions and review your performance. Practice explaining technical concepts clearly and concisely. Prepare examples that showcase your skills and accomplishments. Research common questions and prepare detailed answers. Practice answering these questions using the STAR method to give context to your answers, explain the specific action taken, and the resulting impact.
Practicing my answers out loud made a huge difference in my confidence and fluency.
Explains Elena.
It also helped me identify areas where I needed to provide more detail or clarify my points.
Dress and demeanor. Pay attention to your dress and demeanor, as these nonverbal cues can significantly impact the interviewer's perception of you. Dress professionally and appropriately for the organization's culture. Maintain eye contact and use positive body language. Speak clearly and confidently. Be enthusiastic and engaged. Show your personality and let your passion for your work shine through.
I realized that I needed to be more intentional about projecting confidence and enthusiasm during interviews.
Notes Elena.
I started smiling more, making eye contact, and speaking with more energy. These small changes made a big difference in how I came across to interviewers.
Follow up. After the interview, send a thank you note to the interviewer within 24 hours. This reinforces your interest in the position and provides an opportunity to reiterate your key qualifications. In your thank you note, express your appreciation for the interviewer's time. Reiterate your interest in the position. Highlight a key point from the interview that resonated with you. Reiterate your contact information.
Sending a thank you note is a simple but often overlooked step that can set you apart from other candidates.
Notes Dr. Bianchi.
It shows that you're professional, courteous, and genuinely interested in the opportunity. By following these guidelines and investing in thorough preparation, you can significantly increase your chances of success in job interviews and advance your career in quality and environmental fields.